Lloydminster Council is seeking stormwater fees from its residents, currently having $22,000 outstanding. Totaling 71 different properties in the city, Lloydminster is taking the necessary steps to reclaim the money through taxes in the 2025 tax roll. This process is hand in hand with the Stormwater Utility Bylaw, which was passed by Council in September 2024.
Here is the fee that is attached to non-service property, because there is still a fee for storm water because there's water running off of that property. So this is to help in ensuring that everyone pays their share of that fee. For those that haven't, there is a mechanism there that we can now have it added to the taxes, and that fee is what was outlined today.
Council urges residents who have not paid their fees that the deadline has not yet passed.
So as we heard, people have made payments and they'll continue to make payments, and if they don't before this is enacted at a future council meeting, it will be transferred to their taxes, to the tax roll.
The outstanding fees can be viewed in full on lloydminster.ca. And it's time now for Retrospect. Here is Nick Hott.
This week on Retrospect, we travel back to the year 2000 for a general look into the Easter weekend and the coming of spring.
These days, it seems almost any day has become a flower day. And in terms of business, Easter is behind Christmas, but ranks about even with Thanksgiving. Florists say it's the biggest floral holiday before Mother's Day and a nice way to bring in spring.
Mostly people are looking for lilies, fresh cut lilies, assorted bouquets, things that are nice and bright and cheery, iris, tulips, freesia, chrysanthemums, daisies, nice bouquets that are bright and cheery and look like spring.
Business was steady this year at Grower Direct and picked up a bit on Saturday with some last-minute shoppers looking to bring flowers to Easter supper or to just give to that special someone. A few Border City residents took the crafty route to welcome the Easter Bunny. The owners of these houses spent countless hours, no doubt, working to get their displays just right and spread the spirit of the season. And what day isn't a golf day? Despite the high winds, the Lloydminster Golf and Country Club was busy with springtime golfers, many getting out for the first time this season. Although for some, their winter rust really didn't show.
Nice putt! Nice putt! Now he's got it.
Next, we jump forward to the year 2003 for a look into spring weather on Easter Monday.
That was the scene only a few weeks ago, when Mother Nature continued to play a cruel joke on all of us. But that has changed. As of late, temperatures have been in the mid to high teens, with bright blue skies almost as far as the eye can see. Today, the temperature was above 20 degrees Celsius, and with many people getting the day off, countless families were out in the sun.
Time to break out the sunscreen and put on the hats, that's for sure.
Just enjoying my husband's presence on this lovely spring day.
It's cool. It's funner than being locked indoors.
Oh, we're just out at a family picnic today, enjoying the weather.
Tom, what do you like to do?
I like to jump on a trampoline.
Yeah, it's nice to be finally to get outside and enjoy the outdoors.
At Bud Miller Park, people were enjoying a number of outdoor activities, from kite flying and tennis to people just going for a little walk. This Easter Monday, Mother Nature provided a perfect day for families to spend some time together and get some exercise while doing it, which is a welcome change from a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, we skied a lot this year and tried to make the most of the winter.
Only a couple weeks ago, winter was chasing everybody away. But now, everybody seems to come out to play. It's amazing what a 40-degree difference can do. Out here enjoying the sun, Brian Haiti, NewsHour.
And that's all for this week of Retrospect.
Retrospect is brought to you by Webb's Machinery. Find New Holland products at Webb's Machinery, your dealer in Vermilion, Vegreville, Lamont, Wainwright, St. Paul, and Consulate.
It is the last day to vote in advance polls today, and Stacey Comer has more on where to vote and what is needed to cast your ballot.
It's an important day today in the election. It is the last day to vote in advance polls, and I'm joined today by Leanne Nerfa. Leanne is the Regional Media Advisor for Alberta with Elections Canada. Leanne, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk about advance polls. So as I said, today is the last day. What kind of information do you need if you show up at the polls, and what time do they close today?
Well, that's right. Today is the last day of advance polls, so the polls will close at 9 p.m. tonight. When you come to the polls, bring your voter information card with you if you have one, because it does make the process of voting go a little bit quicker. That voter information card tells you where your polling location is. So unlike provincial or municipal elections in some cases, for the federal election, you do need to vote at your assigned polling location, and that's on your voter information card. If you don't have a voter information card, you can still vote. You just need to contact Elections Canada to find out where your location is, and you will need to register before you go to vote. So you can contact us online at elections.ca. There's a voter information service where you enter in your postal code, and that will tell you where your voting location is. Or you can call Elections Canada. The number is 1-800-463-6868. When you come to the polls, you also need to have identification. So you will need to provide proof of your identity and your address. So if you have a government issued piece of ID that has your name, your address on it, and a photo, such as a driver's license, this is all that you would need. If you don't have that, you can bring 2 other pieces of ID that have your name on it, and one must have your address. So for example, you can bring a health card and a utility bill. If you don't have any identification, perhaps you've just moved, you can have somebody who will be voting in the same polling location as you vouch for you. So there are a number of options for pieces of identification, and you can find the total list on the Elections Canada website.
After the advance polls close today, what then are the options for voting between Tuesday and Election Day on the 28th?
So you can still vote at any Elections Canada office anywhere until tomorrow at 6 p.m. There's still time also to request a mail-in ballot, although time is running out for that. You can request a mail-in ballot by tomorrow at 6 p.m. as well. And then, of course, on Election Day, Monday, April the 28th, the polls in Alberta will be open from 7:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m.
There are some people who, for whatever reason, still have not received a voter card. So if that is the case, Leanne, where do you direct them to find information on where and how to vote?
So if you haven't received your voter information card in the mail, you can contact Elections Canada at elections.ca or by phone. And if you go onto the website, there's a voter information service where you enter in your postal code, and that will tell you where your polling location is. And then you go to the poll and you register to vote, and then you vote. Or you can call somebody at Elections Canada. We'll be happy to help you find your location. The phone number is 1-800-463-6868.
All right, Leanne, well, thank you so much. That's pretty much all the information. And obviously, like we said, the polls open today, close at 9 o'clock for advance polls, and then we need you to find your other options after that. But again, one more time, Leanne, I know you've said it several times, but just the Elections Canada website, please, one more time, in case you haven't quite caught it.
Sure, elections.ca or call 1-800-463-6868.
All right, thank you so much for speaking with us today, Leanne, and good luck. You got a busy week ahead of you leading up to the election on the 28th of April.
Thank you very much.
And that's all for news. Sports is next, but first, here's a look at your closing market.
Today's oil prices are brought to you by First General Services.
The 2025 Esso Cup is now underway, with all 6 teams playing their first round-robin game, and I had the opportunity to check out the final game of Day 1. Fans from across the country filled up the stands of the Centennial Civic Center for the final game of the day between the Atlantic champion Eastern Stars and the hosting Lloydminster PWM Steelers. It was a close game as neither team was able to find the net, with fantastic goaltending from Grace DeVoe and Olivia Lowe. The game would remain scoreless until partway through the third period, when Callie Cole would get the first goal of the tournament for the Steelers.
Yeah, it was definitely big. The first goal for everyone, always a momentum booster. Yeah, it felt really good to get the team rolling. We were playing hard the whole game. It was really good.
Just under 10 minutes later, the Stars would tie it up with a goal from Emily Gardner and would send the game to overtime. There were some big chances for both teams, but Cole would find the back of the net once again to give the Steelers the victory.
Gained pressure the whole game, and that was what our focus was, to make sure that we worked to our capabilities, and that was our strength all year. It's when we forced the issue, we caused a lot of turnovers, but we're in their face, and we got to be aggressive. When we were a little bit passive, that gave them opportunities, right? And we didn't get deflated, and that was the biggest key, and we stayed focused on task.
The Steelers' next game will be against their provincial rivals in the Edmonton Junior Oilers, who have bested the Steelers multiple times this season.
Staying strong defensively and just putting as many pucks in as possible, and praying we getting lucky and put one in the back of the net, just as we did at Rogers. We'll do it again.
And that concludes the first day of the 2025 Esso Cup. For Primetime Local News, I'm Thomas Wildman. And with us now into day 2 of the Esso Cup, there are teams, of course, from all across Canada. And Arlene Hoffert spoke with visiting fans to find out what they're enjoying most about the tournament.
With the Lloydminster PWM Steelers hosting this year's Esso Cup, the Civic Center has been filled with fans from all over the country. They say the tournament's atmosphere has been great so far, and there's still plenty of hockey to be played.
It's really exciting. This is actually my first all-female hockey tournament. Love it. Absolutely love it.
This is really, really good atmosphere. It's amazing to see these young, talented girls do their best. And as parents, we couldn't be prouder. It's a fantastic atmosphere.
We're having a great time here. We got here Saturday, most of us, some of us on Sunday, some this morning. The girls have played 2 games already. This is the second game. We're having a great time.
The fans staying in Lloyd for the tournament say they are enjoying many aspects of the community, including its friendliness, as well as the uniqueness of being in Canada's only border city.
This is a very interesting city, the fact that it's between 2 provinces. It's amazing, because you go on one side, you can step on one side of the street, and you can be on both provinces at the same time, so it's really cool. But of course, the prairie hospitality, it's amazing. People are super nice.
It's been great. It's been friendly. It's been entertaining. It's just been all over just perfect.
It's been good. Lots of good places to eat. Really like it here.
Yeah, it's a cool thing that we get to stay in Saskatchewan for the Esso Cup.
The Esso Cup will continue throughout the week, with 6 teams battling it out to win the gold medal on Saturday. Lane Hoffert, Primetime Local News.
For all of us here at Primetime Local News, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you at the next time.